How you doing?
I'm doing good.
What about you? Would you like to...
By the way, any of you want to ask questions, there's a mic, so...
Oh, then what's the point of this? Once again, I don't understand what's happening here. There are questions, people that have been pre-selected, but if anyone wants to shout something out at random, go ahead. You're taking the initiative? Yeah!
Please, whoa, that's loud. Is there a light on? Do you mind to touch your hair?
Yeah, about you working here.
Solve that problem.
Guys, no more touching questions.
What are you talking about? Yes. Touch it up. You know, I'm sorry, I feel really crass. I don't even know your name. I just know your name. Later on, my wife's going to be like, what happened? I don't know. I don't even know her name. What did you do? We rubbed our heads together. What is your name? Hi, Kelly. We should have done this before we rubbed up against it. More guy over here.
You chose Reggie Watts for your opener, who we actually had the pleasure of hosting about a week ago. Probably the strangest comedian I've ever seen. Can you talk about your choice of him and why you thought he'd be great for your tour?
Someone explained to me, I've never done a tour before, and someone said, well, would you want to have an opening act? And I said, yeah, it's probably a good idea to have someone go out and entertain the crowd. But this is going to be kind of an unusual show, and if anyone's seen it or going to see it, it's not, it's not just a stand-up show where I come out and hold a mic and talk for an hour and 40 minutes. It's also not just a music show. There's a lot of different things, a lot of different components to the show. And I've got a sort of a distinctive or weird brand of comedy. And so we were talking, and someone at the company that helped set up the tour said, your opening act can really help kind of brand your tour, or help brand your tour. So if you want to send a certain message about your tour, your opening act can help. And you certainly don't want an opening act that's completely, if Wayne Newton, no offense to Wayne Newton, but if he opened my show with Dunkashane, and that would be awesome. But he was unavailable. We were talking, and I have some really smart, funny writers, and we were chatting about it, and I said, if anyone has any ideas, and someone just said Reggie Watts. And then it was one of those things, it was like throwing a ping pong ball into a room of mousetraps. Like 5 people just were like, yes, Reggie Watts, Reggie Watts, Reggie Watts, Reggie Watts. They kept saying it, and I wasn't familiar with Reggie, so I went right to the internet. You'll see, I'll tell you about it. And started looking at him, and he's got a really great, creative, unusual act. He's amazingly talented, and he just seemed perfect right away. And then our big fear was, is he available, because he's very much in demand. He had some other commitments, but he was really into doing this and moved his schedule around. And it's been a great fit, because I think the other thing I want to do with this tour is open up people's minds a little bit, in a way, so that there are people that have preconceived ideas about what I do. And then they see some of the things we're doing in the show, and they see some of the things that are happening, and I think it will, we have some older people that are coming to the show that think, well, I'm going to see a guy come out and talk about his experience at the Tonight Show, and then they see all the elements we have in the show and the kind of performance level there is, and people like Reggie Watts come out and I think maybe open them up to new ideas about what comedy is, because he integrates music, hip-hop, comedy, and creates this, I think, amazing performance that, he really gets the crowd going before I even set foot on stage. Okay, you're fired. question now? Because he just lost his job.
I actually have two questions.
No?